Pay attention now. The materials that appeared here really help you a lot in organizing your work. This is what's available in, okay? After that, you should add the students to these classes now. For each student, you assign them to each class or each subject. The students are unified. You have two ways to add students. Here you have a subject that you can teach to 16 students. This subject has 16 students. Do I add students here, Dr. Sami? Yes, add them from classes and student. Go to the student list and add them. All the students here are basics in graphic design. To add to the second subject, add quantity here. If I want to add students one by one, for example, for a class of 5, add them one by one quickly. For 20 students, adding one by one takes long. There's another way with the next button to add all at once. We'll learn both. Let's add a student in Animation Basic. Why? They have 16 students. If I want to add to the second subject, is that okay? I can add a quantity here. If you're in a situation, pay attention with me. If you're going to add students one by one, for example, if you have a class of 5 students, you can add them here one by one in seconds because it's very simple. But if you have a class of 20 students, adding them one by one will take a long time. No, there's another way I'll tell you about with the next button, and you can add them all at once. We'll learn that and this. So let's learn how to add a student in the basics of animation. So I'm clicking here to add a student manually. I'm writing the student's name, for example, Ahmed Sami. Here's the student, Ahmed Sami. What do? I told you the first thing to do. The classes. So you can tell him Ahmed Sami is in the basics of animation, and then he'll add him to the class. Oh, so if Ahmed Sami is in the basics of animation, and in graphics, you should check here. What? He adds you here and adds you here. If he's in the basics of animation only, then he should remove graphics. Okay? So what is this? This is the total number. Right now we are at 4, complete 2, 300. And then, for example, like this is the total number, for example. Here it is, 10, for example. This is the total number, the student Ahmed Sami. Here, there's something called the reference number or the external number. So you can say, for example, this is student number 1, and the next student is number 2. If you liked it like that, but the most important thing for me is the total number should be entered correctly, and the name should be entered correctly, and specify name of the subject, and you tell him sin. That's it. I'm adding the student, adding a student. Takes less than a minute. Adding the student. If you have a group of 5 students, here's Ahmed Sami Safan, basics of Ahmed Sami. Here are the basics of animation. So what did he give me? This is the total number. And give me the Gulf reference number. And give me the first name. And the father's name and the name of the material. What is this symbolic thing, Dr. Sami? Each student has their own password, a special code that nobody knows except the student. But I give it to them as a teacher at the beginning of the semester. I tell them, here you go, my dear. For any test, enter with this code. It's great, great, great. This is the system that works. If you want to edit the student's name or anything or their total number, you won't drown in the sea. You just press this pencil. And you can edit it again normally. I can write Ahmed Sami Safan like this, Ahmed Sami Safan, and I tell him to leave it. It will be updated. The value will change to include the name Safan, Ahmed Sami Safan, and the animation questions, and I'll put his code. So what is this, Dr. Sami? What's next to the pencil? You as a professor, you can see it at the beginning of the semester. It says what? Paper, and it strengthens the session. If I press on it like this, it will show me anything. If I bring Ahmed again, this is Ahmed again. He told me he got a full score, doctor. I know everything about him in the first semester, how much he scored, and in the second semester, everything about Ahmed Sami shows up here. Can I see it at the beginning of the semester? No. What could this be? I can go and see this. Look at this. It says what? Paper, and it strengthens the sessions. If I press on it like this, it will show me anything. For example, if I bring Ahmed again, this is Ahmed again. He told me he got a full score, doctor. I know everything about him in the first semester, how much he scored, and in the second semester, everything about Ahmed Sami shows up here. Guardian's mission report from here for this student who is in a class. And adding a new student, add a student, 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 student. We will learn from it. How can I have 100 students at once? I want to add them all at once, or 20 students at once. I can't just add them one by one like that. But I also want to add 20. So I just need to click one, ready to go. Now let's see how to upload the students all at once. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. God bless you all. So, how am I going to upload them all at once, guys? Oh, you have it. In Blackboard. If you just log into Blackboard or the university's website, it's up to you. I want to explain both, okay? Yeah, I see that time is short, so I can explain one thing to you. If you just log into Blackboard, there you go. You'll find it in Blackboard. In Blackboard, as you can see, you have your courses. And I prefer this method. You can get the names of the students and add them all at once, either from Blackboard or from the university system. One of the two. But I prefer Blackboard. Let's assume, for example, basics of animation. Where are the basics of animation? Here are the basics of animation. This is the course. This course, basics of animation. If I click on it like this, it will open the course for me and I'll know the students in it. Check out the students in it. I want to download the students in it. I'm going to upload an Excel file for them. And then I'll upload this Excel file all at once to the Zipgrade. Because if you look at Zipgrade like this, I'm telling you, you upload it in a file in C with a CSV extension, which is the Excel CSV format. So I'm going to go to Blackboard and head to the section. Then go to Users and Groups and click on Users. Who are the ones? I want to check out the students I have. So what does it open for you? It opens up the students for you. What? Okay. Here it is. This is the request I have here. This is the request I have. Okay. I'm right now. That's about 10 students, for example. This course has 10 students. But of course, if it's a course with 20 students, that's 100 students. All of them are the same. I'll upload. If I want to upload the Excel file, yes. Because you want to get the Excel file, you go to the assessment center. Focus now. Go to the grading center, the complete grading center. I want to download an Excel file with the students' names so I can upload it to Zipgrade. So I go to the grading center, then to the complete grading center, and then of course, students' names and their university IDs appear. I go to the work offline option, which is above the table, and I click on download. Okay? I click on download. And here, I click on the word submit. Submit. Then I click on the word download. Here, download the Excel file. Here it is. I don't want more than that. Just one simple step. And focus with me on this simple step because it's an important step. Take care. We open this Excel file. You will find Osama Talaba in it. First name, collective number, and so on. In this way. I don't need to worry about this part. Just the first name, last name, and the university ID. That doesn't bind me to the state, though. So focus with me to create the file correctly. If you have 1,000 students, here, no problem. You can upload them all at once. There's no issue. But there's a method you need to follow. What's that method, Dr. Sami? To upload correctly and have the file received properly, you need to follow these methods. What are these methods? Everyone focus with me so you don't make a mistake. Do you see this header, the one at the top? We want the same order. It's this. Student ID, external, first name, last name, subject name, access code, edit. God, focus with me. Say control. Control what? C, and I go to the Excel file that I'm still downloading right now. Stop. Add a student. Stop, add a student. His name is add. It's a class. How do I add a class? Stop here, right click like this and tell him what. Understanding, what is he doing now? Add a class up there. I go to the first box like this and tell him Control V. God, add for me what? Focus with me now. Add the same header as in 0.0.0.0. I am wearing a gray suit. Let me tell you, Dr. Sammy, to make it a show. Word. Be careful with me. These are your things. These are your data. Your data can be opened in another Excel file so that your work is correct. That is, you can open another Excel file and copy it directly. So we can open the Xcards file to make things easier for me and avoid any confusion or mess. We can open the Xcards file and put this header first, okay? Now, go to the first file. The first file that I just got from that O file. What do I want first? I want the university number. I want the university number first, Dr. Sammy. All right, I'm going to get the university number. Now, copying it like this, Ctrl-C. And his mom is going to say, come on, the beautiful number for him. Just, so what's this news for? Look at the beautiful number. Just, thank you. Okay, here's the number, which is the external one. And I told you, you can put the words 1 and 2. Just 1 and 2, and this is my Excel work, this Excel work, Excel 1 and 2 like this. What do you think? The boss will write it for you. It's fine, I'll tell you, it's 10 long, it's 10 long, okay? After that, fresh 2, that's it. Normal 100 to 2, I can do fresh 2, more important. Then the first Turkish until Saleh, Control-C. Now here, I'll tell him Control-V, just thank you, okay? Fresh 2, so your work is accurate, which is the last name. All right, more important than the first Al-Harbi until Al-Hidan. All right, so what's the name of the section? Is it called the basics of movement? Write it down in Arabic like this, the basics. By the way, to move it, just stand on the small box next to it and pull it like that. And that's it. Thank you. Repeat it, but don't do more than that. Don't do more than that. So you will be ready if you have 1,000 students and you're doing it this way. As for the rest, no, this remaining part, the program is supposed to add this information. He's supposed to do it all, okay? After I did that, save it, then do a save as. I'll put it on the desktop, for example, browse and put it on the desktop. And pay attention, I'll name it, for example, the basics of movement. All right, where is it? On the desktop, good. All right,